Today we're going to install a brand new thermostat on this 2020 Kia Optima. Alright, just picked this up from Kia itself. This is the part number there. Let's go ahead and open this up. They said it comes with a brand new gasket already. Sweet, and it does. There we have it. This will go inside the engine. I still have the original one in there just so it could plug up the coolant from draining out. Which didn't matter because it's all drained anyhow. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean off the surface with a rag. Just give it a good wipe down so that way we remove any debris that's in the way, causing a good seal. Now that we have that clean, we'll slide this into place just like so. Oh, stay, bro. Oh, I thought it didn't matter, but it actually has a little groove there, and you have to meet this little groove right here. I thought it did not matter. It looks like it does. Good to know. Alright, now that we have that installed, we're going to grab the housing. And this is pretty clean, but I'm going to use a green Scotch-Brite. And I'm going to just clean off the whole surface off. Alright, then wipe it down, and there we have it, like a fresh new unit. So we'll install this here, line up the holes, grab your 3 bolts, and then start threading them in, locking it into place. I'm gonna hand tighten all of them first and then secure them down. All right, and there we have it, all 3 into place. And do take note that there's a little bracket here that the bolt has to go through. All right, I snugged all 3 of them. Now I'm gonna tie them. Does not need to be overkill. It is plastic housing. Just pretty much when it stops, you stop. And make sure you do tighten all 3 bolts. I'm just using a 10 mil deep socket with a 3-inch extension. Sweet, perfect. We'll install the hose, the air box, and everything else that goes with it. So we'll put in the coolant hose back into place. All right, and move the hose clamp up to place, just like so. Sweet, this is secured, that's secured. Let's install our air box next. This will be hooked right inside that little grommet right there. And then the hose will go into here. And then this intake shroud will go right up here. Then we'll install the battery. Well, we'll install the battery before we'll install that shroud. All right, I would suggest try connecting the hose first, and then try to get that to go in there. There it is. Everything lines up. Hose is pushed in. Right here too. We'll move this hose clamp over. I don't even need no pliers. Sweet. We'll tie this down with a 10 mil. And I'm using a 10 deep socket to secure this down with a 3-inch extension. You can use a 10 millimeter socket or a Phillips screwdriver to secure that back down. Okay, this is done. That's done. This is done here. Let's put in our bolts holding down this air box here and here. These are also 10 mils, so secure these down and secure these down. Not too tight. It is all plastic. This is plastic. This is plastic. All right, let's connect our battery back into place. I have it here. I'll slap this over. All right, slide it into place just like so, and this positive terminal wants to come in right away. You can connect the negative terminal already or put on the battery bracket real quick first. I'm going to slap this on just like so. Bolt goes through there. This is going to be a 12 millimeter socket. But before I change socket on my tools, I am going to connect the negative terminal, secure the positive terminal, secure the negative terminal, and then we'll switch sockets to size 12 and secure this bolt down at the bottom. All right, there it is, size 12 with a 3-inch and a 6-inch extension. With my skid ratchet, I'm able to secure that down, and there we have it. Next we're gonna do is secure this down, and now we're gonna have to swap back over to the 10 to put in the 2 bolts that are holding this into place. and secure these down with a 10mm socket. Just make sure your holes are nice and lined up. There it is. So you have no issues with screwing in your bolts. Sweet. And we'll secure those down just like so, and not over tighten. All it is to hold it into place. There we have it. Next, what we're going to do is add coolant to our system here. Have a brand new coolant here, and just take your time adding coolant to the system. It's going to try to evacuate all the air that is in there by replacing it with coolant. So it's going to try to burp. So when it comes up, stop, let it burp, and repeat until it does not do that anymore. Alright, I just got a funnel, and with this one here, it's pretty big at the mouth, so it makes a nice good seal around the radiator. And I'm just adding coolant, and I'm just repeating. This helps a lot more because you're able to pour excessive amount and just watch it do its thing. Alright, it's pretty much done. It's just a little bit of bubbles coming out. I've added maybe about half of it. What I'm going to do next is just let that finish draining all the way in. Then I'm going to just top it off, cap it, close it, start up the vehicle, run it. And you could actually add more coolant up here. This is actually just the reservoir though. Never mind. I thought it was a main hose connected, but I'm looking at the hose, it's just the overflow. Alright, so there it basically is. I'm gonna just top it off a little bit more, start up the vehicle, let the coolant circulate, push all that air to the top, and then I'll turn off the vehicle, let the engine cool down, then open up the radiator, add more coolant, and repeat. Let it warm up. If you want to, you could drive it around for a little bit, then park it, let it cool down, check the radiator, top it back off. And you want to do this, I want to say for the next 1 or 2 days, just to make sure that everything is topped off, make sure all that air is pushed out, because if you have a little bit of air in the system, it will cause the vehicle to overheat. So you just want all the air pockets to be pushed out as much as possible. And by running the vehicle, you're making the water pump push, making fluid move. The thermostat's going to open, going to fill in that gap, it's going to shoot everything into the radiator. We'll just let it do its thing naturally, you know what I mean? So like I said, I'll top this off, close it, start it, drive it if you like, let it warm up, let it cool down, top it off, and repeat. And like I said, we'll start it up, we'll let it come up to temperature, we'll let it cool down, let it do its thing. While it's cold, you could actually open up the radiator cap while it's cold. There's no pressure in the system just yet, so you'll be able to open this up, and you can see the air trying to escape there. It's pushing out. You can see it there. And as soon as it goes down, you want to kind of just fill it up. And just repeat. Like I said, I suggest just drive it around. Let it cool down. Fill it back up. And repeat. And that's basically it. Sweet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.